Xerjoff Naxos versus Gentleman Society Ambree. Is Javoni's fragrance a designer version of Naxos? We're going to talk about that today. Stay tuned. So up first, we're going to talk about Xerjoff Naxos. I had this sample of the new Gentleman... Damn, I can't even say it. Javoni Gentleman Society Ambree. I've had this for a while. And I did see online people talking about that there's similarities, or this is kind of like this. It's not a one-to-one. It's not a clone, but it's an inspiration, kind of a designer version of Naxos. And I was like, that's pretty... I can kind of see that. That's pretty interesting. Let me check that out. And I was like, let me do a video on that. That's pretty cool. So I checked it out. I was like, I see a little bit, but not completely. So I don't know. Let's just dive into it. We're first going to talk about Xerjoff Naxos. And as always, I'm gonna spray some on the strip. Now, Xerjoff Naxos smells like it smells like a fresh, little like tobacco smoky, sweet gourmand fragrance. It's like it's a fresh gourmand, a little aromatic. It's a very unique fragrance. This is definitely a very unique fragrance. It smells really, really good. It's one of my favorites. I love this fragrance. Favorites not just from Xerjoff, but like just favorite fragrances. You can definitely, I think you can rock this all year round. It smells amazing. You get a little bit of that lavender, some of that tobacco, some of that honey in the background, a little freshness. It's definitely worth the money. It's definitely niche for a reason. This is niche right here. Like, this is the experience. But here now we're gonna smell the new Javoni Society Ambree. But let's get it on a strip. This fragrance is really good. I love this fragrance. Sadly, longevity and projection, just a little spoiler, wasn't the best on me. I tested it on my skin a bit, like a couple times, and oh well. But I can see that. Let me pick up Xerjoff Naxos. Yeah, I can see the similarities, definitely. This is a more unique, obviously niche approach. I think the honey here is super realistic. The honey is super realistic. That little earthy, little herbaceous from the lavender kind of comes through, a little like subtle, and that tobacco-ness, like tobacco smell, a little earthiness from the tobacco as well comes through as well. Gives it a little rough edge. It's smooth, but it gives it a little rough edge, a little masculine edge. Now this, the Javoni, is very smooth. Obviously it's designer. It's super corporate, super just smooth around the edges, super down the middle. It has that corporate designer like freshness and sweetness. This definitely has like a soda vibe to it. It has like this little powdery and also like this little type of fizziness to it, especially in the opening. But I think the similarities really come in the sweetness that it has. As like the more this dries down, the more kind of similar they are. Same here, but they are very similar. This just kind of has more of like a real, obviously a higher quality, more realistic smell to it, and a bit more rough around the edges because of that tobacco. Meanwhile, this is just very safe, very, very safe. Although this is also mass appealing. Xerjoff Naxos is very mass appealing, very, compliment getting. It's big, unique smelling. But this, I do believe it does have tobacco as well. For Javoni, I'll list up the notes, but yeah, this definitely has tobacco as well. It has that type of little soda. At first, when it opens up, it smells like a vanilla Sprite, but as it dries down, it smells kind of more like a powdery tobacco, sweet, little Coca-Cola-esque type of smell. But yeah, I could definitely see the kind of similarities. Definitely, I think if you want like Xerjoff Naxos, but your pockets are tight, or this isn't that affordable either, but I don't know, you don't want to pay that niche price, I would definitely say that this is a pretty safe route. But now let's go with longevity and projection. Let's compare them in those aspects. In terms of Xerjoff Naxos lasts a very long time. I've worn it before. I've ran through a sample already before, and it lasts like 10 hours plus. Xerjoff Naxos is strong. It smells very good. Amazing projection, amazing longevity. You will leave like a kind of scent trail. It smells really good. So longevity and projection, you just will not lack there. It smells very good and has very good longevity and projection. Now in terms of seasons and occasions, like I said, I think this is pretty versatile. Definitely a good fragrance for fall and winter, 100%. But I think because of that kind of freshness that it has and that lavender it has, I think it's also like a gourmand freshie that I think you can wear in the spring and summer. Under spray in the summer though. Watch out for the sprays in the summer and the spring. But fall and winter, I'd say just watch out on the sprays. This is a fragrance you under spray, but I would say watch out more in the summer because it can become cloying. But yeah, I think this is pretty versatile. I think this is a very formal scent as well. I think you can definitely wear this formally, and you can also wear this casually and very versatile in its seasonal aspect. Now for Gentleman Society Ambree, I think this is a very good fragrance, but like I said, at least on me, longevity and projection wasn't that good. Maybe for some people it's better, but on me, it was like it faded in like 2 hours. Like, it kind of sucked. It smells really good, but at least for me, in my opinion, I think this you can overspray. For me, at least, I would definitely overspray this. Maybe a couple sprays on the, you know, on my skin, and then a lot of sprays on my clothes. You know, it will cling onto your clothes, but I think I can slightly overspray this because it smells so good. I love it. This is like, I don't like Gentleman Society. Like, when they came out with that, I didn't like it. Even Reserve Privé, I don't like that fragrance. But yeah, longevity and projection sadly isn't the greatest. Like I said, I got like 2 to 3 hours with this. Maybe I should wear it a bit more. Maybe I've had this for months now. Maybe I should give it another spin. But so far, 2 to 3 hours in longevity with this. Projection obviously wasn't that great. But yeah, that's kind of one of the big downsides with me. But it's fine. This is more of a date night fragrance. So, you know, it's kind of good for that, you know, type of aspect. You don't want nothing beastly for those settings. And seasons and occasions to wear, I think it's the same as Naxos. Versatility, just like Naxos. In terms of its like occasions, well, seasonal, it's pretty versatile in my opinion. I can honestly overspray in any type of season. I think in terms of like occasions to wear this, I think it's the same as well. You can wear it formally and you can wear it casually. Now moving on to price difference on these are pretty big. They're not huge, but there's a little gap in between. Now Javoni it's such a mouthful. Javoni Ambree, that's what I'm gonna call it. This fragrance goes from like $90 to $100. It's in that range. I think it's pretty good for what you get. Very good scent profile, pretty close to a niche. Longevity and projection isn't the greatest, but I don't really harp on it too much for that. That's fine. You know, there's definitely like occasions and type of, you know, type of occasions you're gonna wear this at, so that's not a big deal for me. But yeah, I think it's worth the price, but that's how much you're gonna be like paying for this fragrance. In terms of Xerjoff Naxos, this starts at like $150 and up. It starts there. Maybe you can find it, you know, cheaper in some places at a good discount, or maybe with some codes and stuff, but it starts from $150 to $200. So there is a big kind of a gap. Not a huge gap, but there's a pretty, you know, noticeable gap. I think if you're willing to pay $100 or like 90 plus shipping and stuff, like almost to 100, I think that's definitely like, that's the most you'll go. Definitely go with this. I think it will get you covered. It's just, I think it's the same compliment factor, the same kind of uniqueness, but not really. You won't really get that huge unique aspect like Xerjoff Naxos. But if you don't mind paying the price and you love this fragrance like I do, I think definitely go for this. Splurge on this. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be mad, at least for me. I'd be like, yeah, I bought it and I love it and I'm gonna wear it a lot because I really like it. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong. I would definitely buy this over this, but you know, everyone's situation is different. What's cheap for me might be expensive for you. What's expensive for you might be cheap for me. So yeah, we don't know. But yeah, I think you're safe with both. If you want to smell like this, but maybe you don't want to, you just can't justify the price, definitely go with this. It's fine. I think there is clones of this fragrance. You don't have to go for this one. There is a clone by Fragrance World, I believe. It has a similar style bottle. I think it goes for like 20 to 30 bucks. But yeah, I think overall, if you want that kind of smell, not a one-to-one, it's not a clone, it's just kind of an inspiration, I'd say. You want that kind of smell, definitely go for Javoni Society Ambree. I think it's very good in that aspect. But overall, I would go with the Naxos. I hope you guys enjoyed that kind of comparison, that kind of analysis that I did on these two fragrances. If there's more fragrances you guys want to see me compare, please leave it below in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would really help out this channel, help me out, and help us out as a community. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Please take care, and God bless.